Hey, I'm Charles Wrestler, and this is Holy Crap, How Did This Happen? My weekly podcast taking you to meet some of my favorite people in some of the coolest places. Today is the I Have a Dream Gala. It is a little bit of a departure from the normal not-for-profit gala. There's a lot of surprises in store and amazing experiences throughout the day.
Isn't it funny? You can't see that you're too lame.
Hi, I'm Charles Wrestler, and this is Holy Crap, How Did This Happen? My guest today is Lindsay Harper. She's the executive director of the I Have a Dream Foundation, and we recently did a huge event for the foundation, and we're going to talk a little bit about that and the kids that she serves in Las Vegas. Hi, Lindsay. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for
really
inviting
appreciate you. Coterie, our
Beautiful.
favorite spot in downtown. So tell me what the foundation does, how you got involved, and why you think it's important.
Awesome. Well, what we do at the I Have a Dream Foundation is we take at-risk low-income students from a certain school at a certain point in their school career, and then we follow them until they graduate from high school, and we basically give them all the tools they need to be successful, whether that's enrichment programs, basic needs, mentoring, academic enrichment, you name it, we're there to get them through it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
So can you give me some examples? Like, what are some stories that you can share about the kids and how you're serving the needs?
Okay, so for instance, one of our students, he started with us about a year and a half ago, and he was always angry and just upset at the world. And so we knew that there were some anger management issues that he had, and we knew that he wouldn't be successful unless those issues were taken care of. So we partnered him with SAFI, which is a counseling group here in Las Vegas, and now he is unbelievable. He goes to SAFI once a week. He contributes all the time. He's a part of our Dreamer Council. He comes to all of our community service programs, and he really is a changed kid. Now, if he didn't have that counseling, who knows what would have happened? He could have ended up in a gang or, you know, beaten up a girlfriend at some point or something like that. But now that he has that, he can focus on his schooling and becoming, you know, what he's meant to be in the world, meeting his full potential.
Wow. So talk to me about how you got involved with I Have a Dream and what attracted you to it and how you think other people can get involved.
Yeah. I've always known deep down that I wanted to help kids. That's always been like where my heart is. I finished college and thought law school was for me, but instead I met Julie Murray, who started 3 Square Food Bank and is now part of Moonridge Group. And she said, you know, Lindsay, instead of going to law school and going into all of this debt, why don't you just go straight through and start helping kids? So she introduced me to the I Have a Dream Foundation and to the Dreamers, and I immediately fell in love. And it's been close to 9 years now that I've been with them.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So in the past, you've done some events to raise money for I Have a Dream. Can you talk a little bit about those and maybe how this event has been a departure for the organization?
Definitely. So in the past, we've done the standard. We've done the galas where we bring in, you know, an important person and we honor them. We sell tables. We do the typical, what I call rubber chicken dinner, where there's cocktails and a silent auction. And I knew when I took over this new class that we wanted to do something different. We wanted people to understand who the kids are and to really teach them about what the kids experience within the program. And so what we did for this event was absolutely revolutionary for this community. And partnering with you, we were able to make it a full experience from the beginning to the end.
Okay, cool. And do you think that the guests were able to truly grasp what it is that I Have a Dream promises to the community?
Definitely, because it was hands-on. The whole concept was treating the adults like the kids, you know, showing them what it means to be a part of a science project or what it means to be a kid that's going without and doesn't have enough during the day, teaching them about enrichment programs by, you know, showing them what a formal British tea service is. And so it was very hands-on. It was very experiential. It was very much in the moment that these adults, you know, got to experience, oh, this is what our kids go through. And what's been amazing is the response. I mean, the emails and phone calls I've gotten about, wow, that's the best event I've ever been to. Please let me know when you're going to do this next year. I want to be involved. And to me, fundraising events should all be about awareness, not just fundraising, you know? And that's what I think a lot of nonprofits are getting wrong. They have a bottom line where they say part of our budget is to raise $100,000 instead of looking at it as an opportunity to get tons of people in one room and talk about what you're doing.
You know, that consistently blows me away about you, that it's really not, dollars are great, but you're looking for shoes, you're looking for cultural enrichment, donate Smith Center tickets, whatever you can get that can make the lives of these children better, you're into and the awareness aspect of it. And I mean, it's really a special thing about you, Lindsay, as a person, no matter where you go in life. So the name of your organization is I Have a Dream, and I want to know what that means to you. What does having a dream mean to you?
I think having a dream is different for each person. For the kids, my dream for the students that I work with is that they would reach their potential, and that at the end of the day, they would realize that they have just as much purpose as anybody else in the world, and that they are a part of a community, and that they, whatever it means, whether it's just a high school diploma or a college diploma, that they are going to feel successful in life. That's my dream for them. My dream for myself and for the community is that we all need to learn to be assets instead of liabilities in this world.
Wow. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you so much for being here.
Of course, thank you.
I'm Charles Ressler, and this is my guest, Lindsay Harper, for the I Have a Dream Foundation. Please check it out online at
www.ihaveadreamsonv.org.
And make sure that you read into the program. We're looking for mentors. We're looking for basic needs. We're looking for anything you could possibly think of to make a difference. And just thank you, Lindsay, for being here and for being a leader in changing the way that we interact with not-for-profit in Las Vegas and beyond.
Thank you, Charles, for caring about us so much and our kids.
I do. Okay, so here's the thing. We've all been to the same event. White wine, red wine, past hors d'oeuvres, hopefully foie gras. Don't hate me if you're an animal rights activist. It's delicious. There's nothing I can do about it. But ultimately, it always is the same thing. So the number one tip that I would have for people throwing events is think about what you want people to come away with, what you want to communicate to them, and create really unique experiences. A few ways to do that: make your dress code over-the-top casual or over-the-top cocktail or whimsical. Make people question what they should wear with your dress code on the event. Another way is to throw a private after party at a secret location. Keep the element of surprise always front and center in your event, and you're sure to have a great turnout and a great time. Costs can be prohibitive when you're throwing events, and it's really my belief that the true test of creativity is not how much money you do have, it's how much money you don't have. So of course we go after alcohol sponsors when we're throwing big public events. I always serve champagne at all of my events. It's synonymous with coming to a Charles Ressler event. You will be served champagne. But ways of keeping costs down: do macaroons and champagne, have your flowers donated, or grow them yourself, or have your guests plant seeds. That's another really cool way of handling it. Generally, you just have to be creative. Sometimes it's about parchment paper on tables, and you leave questions, and people can answer them with crayons. Anything that's engaging and will keep people moving around and talking to one another is going to be successful for you. When you're event planning and you're the host of an event, it's really important that A, you either get dressed before you go to set up that day, or B, you bring your clothes with you. Oftentimes, you don't have time to get dressed and look beautiful, and I know you're hosting, but ultimately it's about the guests having a great time. Take my word for it, I was once late to one of the biggest parties I ever threw and was hosting, and it was horribly embarrassing. So just bring your clothes, get dressed, have your makeup set, even though you're gonna sweat through the day, and have a great time with it. Okay, so the number one most important thing to remember when you're planning a party or an event is this: you're not curing cancer, you're not helping at-risk youth, you're not doing anything that really people will die in the end. So have fun, relax, it's just an event. This one might flop, the next one might be amazing. If it's a wedding, it's about you getting married to the person that you love. If it's a party for charity, it's about awareness and raising dollars for kids or whatever that charity would be. And ultimately, the event is just an outcome of something fun and celebratory that you can do. And with the right guest list, everyone will have a great time no matter what happens. So here's the thing. Any event planner that tells you that the last week leading into your event, and especially the last day, and especially those last few hours, are not the most stressful, sweaty, everything goes wrong periods of time in your life, they're not a good event planner. Everything is going to go wrong, everything is going to be up in the air, and you're going to be running around like crazy, and that's how you know your event is going to be successful. It's all of that hard work, that heart, and that passion that you're putting in and running around and sweating, as I said. that really leads to a beautiful event. And if you're running 10 minutes out, a half an hour out, and you're still running around, don't worry, it's all gonna come to fruition. I'm Charles Ressler, and this is Holy Crap, How Did I Get Here? But that's not the name of it.